Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today I've got something pretty different and pretty awesome at the same time. This is my little gaming PC, you could call it. I've been playing just about any game I'd ever want to run, whether it be on the Xbox or whatever. I've been running it on this with no problems whatsoever. And if I were to just show you a normal sized tower, it wouldn't be that sort of unique, but this is a cube from the front anyway, and then it sort of goes back a long way. It's smaller than mini-ITX, guys. It's the actual model is an AOpen XC cube. I've never heard of this company before. I took a bit of a gamble when I originally bought this. It originally came with a 1.6 gigahertz Pentium, sort of just dual core budget dealy, but it had the LGA77 5 socket, I believe that is, and you can put a Core 2 Duo in there, no problem. And that's what I did. There's now a 2.4 gigahertz Core 2 Duo in here, and yeah, I've also installed a 6570 2 gig edition, and it's just amazing. The case design is unbelievably well thought out. You've got two full-sized expansion card slots, which is something amazing in a computer this size. It is all proprietary. Unfortunately, you can't rip out the power supply and put a new one in. It's 275 watts, I believe. So that's why I went for a 6570 instead of something like a 5770, just because of power restraints. But that doesn't really bother me. That's 6570 is a little bit of an overkill for the CPU actually, and yeah, it's a really nice card. But I'll show you that in a minute. But we're just going to go through every little bit of the insides and outsides of this little computer. It's an amazing piece of kit, and the case design, I just cannot get enough of it. It's absolutely genius. So starting on the front then, you've got three sort of doors. I really like this design. It looks very clean from the front. In here you've got your DVD drive. I actually took it out just to give the two hard drives which I have in there a bit of space to breathe, because I'll show you in a minute. There's an amazing sort of system. But in there you would have a 3.5 inch, whether it be floppy drive or card reader or whatever. I've actually stuck a second hard drive in there, which is pretty amazing. To have space for two hard drives in a computer that is smaller than mini-ITX is just unbelievable. So yeah, that's the first bay of the hard drive. The second one goes here in line with the power button, and then that's your hard drive activity indicator. And then in here you have your front I/O. You've got, I believe that's Firewire. No, that's Firewire 400, Firewire 800 even, or whatever they call it in the Windows world. I believe that's optical and analog audio. Then you've got two USB 2.0s and a Firewire 400. So a great little array of ports, and it's just a really clean and nice design on the front. And on the back, you've got your power supply here. Very small. It's an unbelievable size. I'm not too sure what that is. It's the old printer port, I think. Then you've got VGA serial, PS2, Ethernet, two USB 2.0, Firewire 400, coaxial, which is an interesting little thing. I'm not sure if many PCs at all have that feature. And then you've got your array of audio in and out ports there. And then you've got your two expansion card slots. That's the 6570 with the DVI, VGA, and HDMI. Now I want to show you how you get in to this little mini beast. There's two thumb screws on the back. You simply unscrew the two of them, like so, and then slide the case in backwards. Just jiggle it around a little bit, and that whole metal frame comes out, and you're left with the bones of the system. So I'm going to take you off the tripod now, and I'm going to show you around my system. So here it is. It looks pretty packed, but I assure you guys, this thing stays cool. The hard drive stayed around 45 degrees tops, and that's when playing games and stuff. The CPU never reaches above 50, and then the graphics card, which is back here, never reaches above 60. So pretty decent temperatures for a machine this size with this much going on. So I'm just going to show you the CPU first. This is the CPU. It's a 2.4 GHz E6600, which is a Core 2 Duo 2.4 GHz. I'm not sure if I said that already. 4 meg cache. I'm not 100% sure on the specs down to the bone, but it's a really nice CPU. And it does bottleneck the card slightly, but this will only take up, the motherboard will only accept a 6700, which is a 2.66 GHz. So I can't really, I'm pretty much at the limit of what this system can do right now, and honestly it runs any game at medium settings, which is absolutely fine for me. Down in there you've got your RAM slots. This takes DDR2 667 MHz. It only takes 2 gigs unfortunately, but again 2 gigs is enough for gaming. People who have 8 or 16 gigs are really into their editing and stuff like that. This is purely a machine for running games on, and games only really require 2 gigs even in this day and age, but 4 gigs may even fit in here, but I haven't really taken the dive yet and bought myself 4 gigs to see, just on the risk that it might not work. It's really hard to show you guys, but this is the motherboard. You can sort of see just how unbelievably sized this is. It goes all the way to the back there, and it's just so small and so genius. I don't know how on earth they managed to get everything to fit on this board. It's unbelievable. If we flip it around to this side, you got your chipset and all that sort of crap there. You've got 4 SATA connections, which is really nice to have. I was expecting maybe 1 or 2. Originally there was a floppy disk in this second hard drive bay, but they do even give you little screw holes if you do want to fit a second hard drive, and I believe you could even fit another one up there, but again the sort of heat rises issue is a little bit of a workaround. This is the graphics cards. This is a Sapphire ATI, I was about to say AMD, ATI HD 6570. It's got 2 gigs of DDR3, and I believe it runs at 750 megahertz. I've messed around in Afterburner a little bit. I'm not sure what the memory runs at, but it's a really nice card, and it's so small. It's dead silent, and it stays so cool because you've got where's the casing gone? Down here. This is where that is in relation, so it gives it a nice bit of sort of air to intake and then blow out the back. So yeah, it's a really nice card, and it's a huge upgrade over the 6450, which I did have before, and it's just great having that sort of being able to have a full-size graphics card in this incredibly small system is just a huge bonus. And then behind there you can see the fan there for the CPU. I've only got 2 80 gig hard drives in here. I believe they were knocking around when I had my G5. Hopefully I'll get at least a 250 because I am running out of space and I am limiting myself to how many games I actually have. But yeah, I got 1 boot drive and 1 hard drive just for games. So I don't have many games at the moment simply because of storage space, but it's tied me by until I do have the funds to be able to buy myself another hard drive. So now I want to show you the coolest thing of all, I think, of how they figured out this case design. As you can see, I've got 2 hard drives here. I'm just going to unplug this one. This one faces that way, the one on the top faces that way. I'm guessing this was originally made for a floppy drive or something like that. That's why the cables are positioned in such a way. But this will pop out eventually, I hope. And this is how you upgrade the hard drive, and the optical drive if you want. There's a whole bracket here. You just pop that out, and there you go. You just unscrew, pop new hard drives in, and then you can get to your RAM and just have a much clearer view of the whole system. So this has been my little hardware tour on this little AOpen XC Cube. It's a great little computer, and I put about £60 into upgrading this. This cost me £80 shipped, with the little Pentium and the onboard graphics and stuff. Bought myself the 6570, bought myself the 2.4 GHz Core 2 Duo, and I've just turned it into this really awesome little computer. If you're someone who doesn't have a huge desk and wants to just crack down on space, but still wants something that'll run pretty much everything on medium settings, then this is, with a bit of upgrading, this is absolutely a great little computer to go with. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.